wondered what happens behind the scenes of your favorite meal's journey from farm to fork? As we sit down to savor our meals, seldom do we stop to ponder the complex journey that our food undertakes before it lands on our plates. But today, we're going to change that. Welcome to a groundbreaking exploration into the hidden realms of the food industry. A journey that will take us from the sprawling farmlands where our food begins its life, to the bustling factories where it is processed, all the way to the neatly arranged supermarket shelves where it awaits our eager consumption. But be warned, this is not a journey for the faint-hearted, for beneath the glossy veneer of the food industry lies a world that few of us ever see. A world of harsh realities and unpalatable truths where ethics are often compromised in the name of profit and convenience. We'll delve into the heart of factory farming, a world where animals are often reduced to mere commodities, subjected to unspeakable conditions in the pursuit of maximum yield. We'll explore the grueling world of food processing where workers often toil under strenuous conditions for meager pay. And we'll expose the hidden ingredients that lurk within our food, substances that are often as harmful as they are unseen. Yet amid the darkness there is also light. For knowledge is power, and by shining a spotlight on these hidden truths, we can empower ourselves to make more informed choices about the food we consume. Choices that can lead to a healthier, more ethical, and more sustainable food system for us all. So buckle up and prepare for a journey like no other. A journey that will challenge your perceptions, open your eyes, and perhaps even change the way you think about food forever. Prepare yourself as we dive deeper into the hidden underbelly of the food industry. Did you know that your meal's journey often begins in a factory farm? It's a stark reality that many of us ignore, but today, we're pulling back the curtain. Factory farms, the backbone of our food system, operate on a scale that's hard to comprehend. Picture this. Thousands of animals crammed into small spaces, stripped of their natural behaviors and dignity. These animals are not raised, they are manufactured, turned into commodities in the name of efficiency and profit. But the cruelty doesn't stop there. These animals are often pumped full of antibiotics, not just to stave off the diseases rampant in such cramped conditions, but also to promote rapid growth. This overuse of antibiotics is not only ethically questionable, but also a serious health risk. It contributes to the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, a global health threat that's already taking a heavy toll. Now you might be thinking, well, I only eat free-range or organic meat. That's a step in the right direction, but labels can be misleading. The term free-range can simply mean that animals have access to the outdoors. It doesn't guarantee how much time they spend outside or the quality of their outdoor environment. So why does all of this matter? Because the food we consume impacts not just our health, but also the welfare of animals and the sustainability of our planet. The unseen cruelty of factory farming is a high price to pay for our convenience. And let's not forget, this isn't about pointing fingers or shaming individuals. It's about shedding light on the systemic issues in our food production and encouraging all of us to make more informed choices. So the next time you're about to tuck into your favorite meal, take a moment to consider, what's the real cost of this food? Is it a cost you're willing to pay? The price of our convenience is often paid by the animals and our health, and it's high time we start questioning if that's a price we're willing to pay. The food industry is not just about the animals, it's about the people too. Indeed, the journey from farm to fork is not solely about the livestock and crops. It involves a vast network of human toil and sweat. It's about the countless workers who labor tirelessly behind the scenes, often under harsh conditions. Inside the labyrinthine walls of food processing plants, countless workers toil for long hours. The air buzzes with the constant hum of machinery, and the atmosphere is fraught with the urgency of deadlines. Workers are often pressured to meet high production quotas, leading to grueling schedules that stretch far into the night. These relentless hours are met with wages that are barely enough to scrape by. Low pay is a widespread issue in this sector, leaving many workers struggling to make ends meet. They pour their sweat and energy into their work only to be met with paychecks that reflect a stark disparity between their efforts and their earnings. But the cost is not just financial. The demanding nature of the work, coupled with the pressure to perform, can lead to a high risk of accidents. The rush to meet targets can result in safety measures being overlooked, putting workers in harm's way. In the pursuit of putting food on our tables, these workers often put their own well-being at risk. Moreover, the exhausting work schedules can lead to burnout, affecting not only the workers' physical health but their mental well-being too. This can lead to a high turnover rate, with many leaving the industry due to the unbearable conditions. The food industry's dark side extends beyond what's in our meals. It's also about the people who work tirelessly to bring those meals to our tables. The next time we enjoy our favorite dish, let's spare a thought for those who toil behind the scenes. Remember, the food on our plates often comes at a high human cost. Ever wondered what's really in your food? It's a question that might make you pause. After all, when we bite into our favorite snack or sit down to a meal, we're usually thinking about the flavors, the textures, and perhaps even the memories associated with the food. But how often do we consider the actual components of what we're consuming? Processed foods, a staple in many of our diets, are often loaded with ingredients that sound more like a chemistry experiment than something you'd want on your dinner plate. Artificial additives and preservatives extend shelf life and enhance flavor, but at what cost? For instance, consider the multi-syllable mouthful, butylated hydroxyanisole. This synthetic antioxidant, often found in chips and preserved meats, has been linked to health concerns like hormone disruption and even cancer. Similarly, sodium nitrate, a common preservative in processed meats, can transform into potentially harmful chemicals in our bodies. And then there are artificial sweeteners. These sugar substitutes may seem like a guilt-free alternative, but research suggests that they may actually contribute to weight gain and other health problems. Even seemingly innocuous ingredients like natural flavors can be misleading. This umbrella term can encompass over 1,000 chemical compounds, including some that are far from natural. Our food's journey from farm to fork is a complex one, and along the way, it often picks up passengers we'd rather not invite to our tables. But knowledge is power, and by becoming aware of what goes into our food, we can make more informed choices. Opt for whole, fresh foods when possible, and don't be afraid to scrutinize labels. Remember, if you can't pronounce it, you might want to think twice before eating it. The food industry might prefer we remain in the dark about these hidden ingredients, but it's our right to know what we're putting into our bodies. After all, our health is on the line. It's time we start questioning what we're really eating. Do you think you're in control of your food choices? It's a question we seldom ask ourselves, but one that's critical to consider. Every day we make numerous decisions about what we eat, often without much thought. Yet there's a hidden force at play, subtly influencing our choices. Welcome to the world of food industry manipulation tactics. It's a realm where advertising and labeling are not always as they seem. Natural, organic, low-fat, sugar-free. We've seen these labels on countless products. They sound healthy, right? Not so fast. In many cases, these labels are designed to mislead, encouraging you to believe you're making a healthier choice when, in fact, you may not be. For instance, a low-fat product may be packed with sugar to compensate for the lack of fat, making it potentially more harmful than its full-fat counterpart. Or a product labeled natural might contain high amounts of processed ingredients. The food industry exploits our desire for healthier options, using these buzzwords to entice us into purchasing their products. And it's not just about misleading labels. The food industry employs a range of psychological tactics to sway our choices. Ever noticed how supermarkets are laid out? The fresh produce is usually at the entrance, creating a health halo that makes us feel good about our shopping. But as we delve deeper into the store, we're subtly led towards the less healthy, more profitable processed foods. Advertising is another powerful tool. Fast food chains often target children with appealing mascots and toys, creating a lifelong association between their brand and happy memories. It's a long-term investment that shapes our eating habits from a young age. So the next time you're shopping or choosing a meal, take a moment to think. Are you truly making your own choices, or are you being subtly manipulated? We may not be as in control of our food choices as we think. Now that we know the truth, what can we do about it? It's a daunting question, but one that has an empowering answer. You see, knowledge is power. And as consumers, we wield an incredible amount of influence. Each time we choose to buy, we cast a vote for the kind of food industry we want to support. We can opt for locally sourced produce, supporting smaller farms that employ ethical and sustainable practices. We can choose organic, which often means food produced without harmful pesticides or GMOs. We can look for labels like free-range and grass-fed, indicating animals have been treated with more respect. But making a difference goes beyond our shopping choices. We can also use our voices to advocate for change. We can start conversations, raise awareness, and demand transparency from food companies. We can support legislation that promotes fair working conditions and animal welfare. And of course, we can educate ourselves further. A well-informed consumer is a powerful ally in the fight for a more ethical food industry. There are numerous resources available, from documentaries to books and online articles, that can help us deepen our understanding and stay informed. Remember, every small step counts. Every mindful purchase, every conversation started, every piece of knowledge gained brings us closer to a more ethical and sustainable food industry. Change starts with us, one meal at a time. Let's be the change we wish to see in the world, beginning with our plates. We've unveiled some hard truths today. The journey through the hidden corridors of the food industry has been a stark eye-opener, hasn't it? From the unseen cruelty in factory farms to the overworked and underpaid individuals in food processing plants, the reality is far from appetizing. We've also shed light on the hidden ingredients in our meals and the manipulation tactics employed to keep us blissfully ignorant. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but awareness is the first step towards change. But remember, this is not about inducing guilt or fear. It's about empowering ourselves with knowledge, asking the right questions, and making informed decisions. Our choices as consumers can make a difference. And let's not forget, there are alternatives. Ethical farming practices, fair trade, organic foods, and plant-based options are growing trends for a reason. They represent our collective desire for a more transparent and sustainable food industry. So let's keep this conversation going. Share this video, discuss it with your friends, question your choices, and challenge the status quo. Remember, every small step counts towards a larger change. Together we can pull back the curtain on the food industry, demand transparency, and encourage ethical practices. It's time to put our health, our environment, and the welfare of animals and workers at the forefront. Let's work together to create a more transparent and ethical food industry. Thank you for watching.